one of the most virtuous human qualities is tolerance. It's not because of a person's weakness that they choose not to respond, but it's rather because they know better. Negativity only leads to greater negativity. And in life, people will treat you and interact with you in different ways. There will be those who will respect you. There are those who will be indifferent to you. And those who will deliberately provoke you by saying and doing nasty things. And that is where tolerance comes into the equation. The ulama explain, ضبط النفس حتى لا يخرج منها ما يكره قولا أو فعلا. To suppress the ego, so that you do not do or say anything unpleasant. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was the epitome of tolerance. Allah Rabbul Izzah says, فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ لِنْتَ لَهُمْ وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَضًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ لَانْفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ. And by the mercy of Allah, you dealt with them in a gentle manner. And had you been severe and harsh-hearted, they would have certainly fled from around you. Allah Rabbul Izzah instructs Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, خُذِ الْعَفْوَ وَأْمُرْ بِالْعُرْفِ وَأَعْرِضْ عَنِ الْجَاهِلِينَ. O Muhammad, keep on forgiving them and enjoining kindness and turn away from the ignorant ones. In a hadith, the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "At-ta'anni min Allah wal ujlatu min ash-shaytan." Deliberateness in our actions is from Allah and haste is from shaitan. And then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that no one accepts excuses more than Allah, meaning Allah accepts excuses from His servants for the wrong, what they do. وَمَا مِنْ شَيْءٍ أَحَبُّ إِلَى اللَّهِ مِنَ الْحِلْمِ. And there's nothing that is more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than tolerance. During the first 13 years of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam's life in Mecca, the Muslims endured untold persecutions. The Muslims were not ordered to fight back. At that time, they had no military strength, and they were small in number. And then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam at some stage then went to Taif. And the people of Taif, which are east of Mecca, treated him very badly. And they even pelted him. And at that point, while he was returning, having endured what he had to endure, Allah Rabbul Izzah sent the angel and asked him that, what is it that you'd like to do? And the angel said that Allah has heard how the people have treated and what they've said to you. And you can instruct the angel as you wish. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam then said that, I hope that Allah will bring forth from their progeny people who will worship Allah. He could have instructed that the angel destroy them, but that is not what was the nature of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was once performing salah in the Kaaba while the enemies were watching, and then one of the enemies of Allah went and placed some intestines of a slaughtered camel on the back of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he couldn't come out of sajda, and he remained like that until his daughter Sayyidah Fatima radiallahu anha rushed to remove the filth, and only at that point Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was able to come out of sajda. So this was the level of tolerance. At one instance, someone accused Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam of not being just in the distribution of the booty after the Battle of Hunain, and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam then addressed those who had leveled this accusation, the munafiqun, and he said that if I'm not just, then who will be just? And tolerance is such a unique quality that it is appreciated by those who witness it. And this was something that was adopted by our pious predecessors. There's an amazing story of Mulana Khalil Ahmad Saharanpuri, rahimahumullah, that he was once invited for a dawat in a neighboring village to Saharanpur in Sheikhpura. And then he was also invited in Saharanpur, and he attended the first dawat. And then there was a second dawat in Saharanpur. But during that night, it was raining a lot, and it was difficult to move around. So, the person whom had advised the Mulana, he did not expect Mulana to turn up for the dawat. And Mulana had undertaken great difficulty. He traveled with a cart, he traveled to the station, and eventually came there for the dawat. And when he presented himself for the dawat, the person said, "Oh, sorry, Mulana, I didn't expect you to come. I didn't make any arrangement for the dawat. Please, can you come back another time?" And Mulana went home, and there was no food at home, and he then had to go to the market to purchase things. And the next day, when the person had delayed the dawat for, Mulana then went for the dawat the second day, and without any complaint or without any objection, he went. We could have easily said, "I got more important things. You think I got time to come waste and come forth and back and forth here and waste time in this manner?" But he presented himself for the dawat the next day, and Mulana Ashraf Ali Thani was with him, and Mulana then spoke to the man who was the host and said, "This is not how you treat our pious predecessors." And the man said that I heard that Mulana had great tolerance, and I just wanted to check that. So this is the level of tolerance that our pious predecessors had. And when we inculcate tolerance into our lives, it beautifies and adorns our lives.